In May 2018, I faced a life-threatening pregnancy complication that threatened both the life of myself and my unborn son. I was 33 weeks pregnant, and I walked into the hospital thinking it was going to be something short, and I didn't leave for nearly a month. Fear and anxiety and confusion and despair flooded me every single moment of the day. My feelings were unpredictable as my circumstances, and I didn't always know how to think through them and how to process them and how even to direct them back to God. After 3 weeks in the hospital, wondering every single day if any moment might be our last, my son Ben was born alive and safe. He was okay, but I was not. The feelings that I felt in the hospital only intensified. Anyone who goes through any form of trauma will tell you that you don't just get to come home and live life as normal. You've walked through something really hard and life isn't normal any longer. And I had to come to terms with the reality that my son and I could have very easily died. I was sobered by the reality of death, but also sobered by the reality of life. I was thankful to be alive, but I was also really sad to live in a broken world and live in a broken body. And I didn't know what to do with my ever-changing emotions that plagued me in the hospital and continued to plague me when I came home. I needed to learn, and I'm still learning, how to feel. Your struggle with your feelings probably looks different than mine. We all have different experiences. But we often struggle to know what to do with our feelings in moments of great joy and often in moments of crisis. We suppress our feelings, we stuff them, we don't tell them to others, and we definitely don't take them to God. On the other hand, many of us are so directed by our feelings that we allow our feelings to dictate what we believe about God and what we believe about ourselves. If the wheels of our feelings fall off, then our faith goes with it. In that month that I was in the hospital, the Psalms became my lifeline. I needed language for my fears. I've spent a lot of time trying to deal with my feelings on my own, and I've come to see that I need language for expressing my deepest anguish back to God. And in the Psalms, I found familiar friends who did just that. And I was able to pray to God and to know God more deeply through the way He was presented in the book of Psalms as a God who hears and who is near and who hears the cries of His people in their greatest distress. And Teach Me to Feel, we are going to walk through the book of Psalms and ask God to teach us to feel through the book of Psalms. We will see that God created us to feel. We will see that God created us to express our feelings back to Him. And in doing that, He helps us to trust Him in the myriad of feelings that we face, whether it's joy or fear or anxiety or depression or betrayal. Whatever feeling that we're facing, we will see that God has given us language for our feelings, and He teaches us to feel. So if you struggle with knowing how to process your feelings or how to feel rightly, or even knowing how your feelings can grow your faith and be shaped by God's word, then this book is for you. God has not left us, and He is ready to meet us in the Psalms.